Sergei Magnitsky was a Moscow lawyer who exposed mass fraud being carried out by Russian tax officials. In 2008, he was arrested by the very people he accused. Today, some of the men involved in his death were sanctioned by the British government. It is the first time that the UK has announced a package of sanctions specifically targeting human rights abuses. The list names 47 individuals and 2 organisations from 4 countries: Russia, North Korea, Myanmar and Saudi Arabia.
How can your government continue to be a key ally of Saudi Arabia's when individuals such as the deputy head of Saudi intelligence and numerous advisors to the Crown Prince are now, in your words, being sanctioned because of gross human rights violations? How can we continue to be friends with a country like that?
Well, I think Saudi, quite rightly, is holding to account through criminal trials in that country those responsible for the murder of Khashoggi. And it's absolutely right that those countries that have a sanctions regime in place, there's not that many, but there is a growing number, like the UK, are willing to say, in relation to individuals, that they will be designated, not allowed to come to this country, not allowed to invest in this country. I think that's right and fit and proper.
Sergei Magnitsky's wife and son watched the statement from the Foreign Secretary's office. Along with his friend and business client Bill Browder, they have campaigned for this law for 10 years.
What it does is it effectively creates a climate of fear among human rights violators and kleptocrats like Putin and like others, because they all do their crimes in their home countries, and then they want to travel and enjoy the fruits of safe and lawful places like the UK. And this stops them from doing that. And it also, for those who aren't sanctioned, it puts the uncertainty over them that they might be sanctioned someday in the future.
If this new human rights-driven approach is to be effective, the British government will need to be consistent in its approach, and it will need to be prepared for counter-sanctions. That's one thing against the likes of Myanmar and North Korea. But sanction China, though, and you better be prepared for a battle. Since Brexit, we've heard the phrase global Britain a lot, but no real evidence of what that means. The government says that these new human rights sanctions are proof of global Britain in action. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News, at the Foreign Office.